Welcome back to another episode of the Good Intentions Podcast. It's your girl, Giddy. G to the I, to the D, to the D, to the Y.
And it's Cassie. C-S-S-Y. And we have with us a special guest today.
It's Dory, Juice God, Dorothy here, present.
In the building.
In the building.
In the flesh.
In the flesh.
Oh, you're good. Yes, welcome our girl, Dor. Can you clap it up for Dory, please? Woo.
Yes.
Yeah, applause.
We also have our producer who just couldn't get enough of the last episode, so he's joining us again.
No, I'm here in the background. Just living.
Velvety.
Dory like that. Y'all, so Dory is the juice god, okay?
Past
tense. Was a former juice god.
Past tense.
The juice has dried up.
Yep, committed my life to God.
Amen.
So I can't spill my juice anymore. I am.
Wait, what? Spill your juice.
She's not spilling it no longer.
I can't share it no more. It's in one cup right now, full.
Full. That cup is full,
Yep,
ain't it?
the cup is full.
Amen.
Can't move it anywhere, right?
Right.
Why are you looking at me?
Right.
You know what it is.
So we're excited.
What else do you participate in, Dorothy?
Tell us what you participate on. Your spare time. What
Yes.
else do you?
Yeah, what else do you do, Dory?
What other tricks?
And tips.
You have up your sleeves.
Well, I got a lot. I got a lot. I do a lot of things. So currently, right now, aside from working 2 jobs, I also I'm in a pageant called Miss Haiti, Florida. And I'm contestant number 1.
Yes, right.
So I'll be up there, 1 and number 2. So I'm representing the Haitian culture, mostly Haitian American, because a lot of people think that Haitian Americans are not real Haitians. So I'm gonna be there.
Why did you look at me when you said that?
Why, Jesse? Explain to us why you looked at.
We'll get into it later. Go ahead.
Okay.
And when is the pageant?
The pageant is February 29th. Ticket sales are going up. I don't know when this is going to drop, but ticket sales are going up. They're $30 right now if you want to get some. Yes. Afterwards, it's going to be $40 or $35 with my discount. So this is helping me with my juice. Not only my juice, it's also helping me with my business in the arts. I host painting with the twist events, teach people how to paint things step by step. I have monthly events. There's one coming up soon.
When?
March 19th.
Hey, with who?
Good Intention Podcast hosting it.
You heard it here first, folks.
It's about to be real lit. It's going to be extremely lit. Got a nice venue, Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, drinks. And there's this, I was going to tell y'all, there's this bartender in there, and she's really heavy-handed with the liquor.
That's what we like.
Yes. So I was like, this would be perfect for you guys.
I'm excited.
Especially for Cassie.
Bro, heavy-handed. She made a strawberry daiquiri for me, and I was just on my ass.
That's what we want.
But it's going to be lit, extremely lit. Everybody's hype about it. Got to get stuff moving. I'm applying to PA school.
Ooh,
That's not really interesting.
congratulations.
Well, I'm applying. I ain't get accepted.
Well, it's still a step.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh. I got a couple of denials. I'm not going to front with you. Got like
Guess
7
what?
denials.
Gotta get denied before that one
Door open.
Yeah, and it'll be worth it.
So I'm excited for that as well. So I got a lot going up. Oh, first place winner or people who sell the most tickets get a trip to Paris.
What?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
What?
And so far, I got the most sales.
Stop.
So I'm getting this. Yes.
Whoa.
So I'm getting this trip to Paris. And
Is
for
it
two,
for 2?
I don't know if it's for 2, but if it's for 2, I got someone in mind that I might bring.
Oh.
Ooh.
Just a special someone, if I can bring that special someone.
They have a passport.
If that person act right, huh?
Do they have a passport?
Do they have a passport?
Yes.
That's a good question. I don't
Okay,
know.
look at that.
Damn, I don't even got mine.
Oh, look.
Wow. So
How I'ma go? I gotta get that situated.
I have a passport.
Oh,
I too
well,
have
then.
a passport.
Okay.
Well, I gotta be there to go. So for you to go, so
Okay.
let me get my passport. That's a good. Ooh, that's a good question. I
Right.
should get that situated.
Jesse, do you have a passport?
I do not. I don't.
See, that was
one at
very
all?
easy.
Huh? No, I don't have one.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not for 2. I think it's for 1.
Oh, it's only for one,
Yeah.
huh?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
convenient.
We're going to split the extra ticket. That's what we're going to
Well, that's
split it.
smart. Yeah.
No, I feel like it's for 1 for real.
No, just do that. Split the extra ticket.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Crickets.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Why do you not have a passport?
I just never needed one. I haven't planned on going outside of the country, so
That's
why do I need a passport? Just for a rainy day, I guess.
That's funny.
That's
because
so
you
But
love
most-
to going out. You love to travel.
Right.
Like, your whole thing is traveling.
Is it?
Yes.
Where have you gone?
Where have you guys been? Where the highlights
been a
of you
lot of
guys
places.
I've been to Paris.
Paris?
Really?
Wow.
You
have?
How'd you like it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Where did you go?
I went in high school.
Oh,
Well, that's the same thing. You win.
I went.
congratulations.
Yeah.
She loves saying congratulations.
What about you, Gid?
I have never been to Paris, but
Let's go.
I do want to go one day. Within the next 5 years, I want to go.
5 years.
But I've mostly traveled like within the U.S. I've
That's
gone to a
good.
lot of states.
Nice. Okay.
Are you trying to cover all 50 states? Are you guys?
No.
That was my goal for before 30, but since I'm not too far from it, I gave up. I gave up.
Hopes and dreams get crushed once you like in your mid 20s.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe 5 years is not enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever like traveled with a boyfriend
Yeah.
or like somebody I was talking to?
Really? How was that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do they pay for everything or like how does that work?
As far as who's paying for what?
Yeah.
If we're in a relationship, I don't mind it being split.
50-50.
Right.
50-50.
50-50 is healthy.
But if
Yeah.
we're talking, then
Like he invites
I
you, he's
don't-
like, hey, let's go to New York.
then he need to pay.
Pay
Yeah.
for everything?
Well, I mean, flights and stuff and housing, but as far as where he's going to take me, like if he's taking me to go eat, then like, okay, maybe he'll pay for that.
But I feel like that's a conversation you need to have
Yeah.
beforehand because you don't want to put that expectation on somebody and then they weren't ready for it. You know?
I don't know. I feel like if he asks you to go travel with him, then he's ready. He has to be ready. If he's like, okay, let's go to Orlando.
No, because I've been asked to
That's what
travel.
we think, but
Yeah. In reality, it's just like,
let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, these boys out here, and I have
They
to.
men. We dating men now.
Men
We
and
can't-
little
we can't-
boys.
we
In
can't-
the
Yeah.
future, I feel like if you're asking me, at least you have your 50% covered, and I have
Yeah.
at least at the very least. I know for me, if I'm going anywhere, I'm ready to pay for everything. Like,
Yes.
if we're going out to eat, I could pay yours and mine if I have to, type thing.
For
I have
sure,
that money,
I
but
agree.
doesn't mean I'm going to. So if you pay for like flights and lodging, I would pay for everything else, all the meals,
Right.
all the
That's only
snacks,
fair.
groceries,
Yeah.
and things like that.
That's fair, but I think we also have to change our mindset as well too, because like when I go traveling or before when I was involved with people, I'm always so ready to swipe my
I'm
card.
ready to pay. I don't know what's wrong with me.
That's
I
because
be-
y'all independent and y'all got the
No,
money.
I think too you just don't want to be embarrassed. Like,
Me too. Like when I go out to eat with a guy, I will pay. I don't care. I don't want to do that whole ugliness. I'll pay for both of us. To be honest, I don't want to do the
Yeah.
whole. Are you gonna do your half? Can I do? No, here, just take my card.
But in the future, I don't want to do
I
that.
don't want to do that, but I don't care to figure.
No, in the future, I will not be doing that.
You won't
Once-
be doing what? Like you won't be paying for the
Paying
other
f-
person?
Right. But once we're in a relationship, then I don't mind like paying here and there. But if we're just like talking or whatever, I'm not paying for all your meals.
So, are you paying for yourself? You waiting for him to pay for the both of y'all? Yeah, you're right. What am I
No,
asking?
in
My
the-
thing
I'm saying,
the
like,
man is
No,
paying for everything.
in
You're
the
right.
beginning, he is paying for
You're
everything
right.
because
He's trying
you
to
are
sweep you.
trying to get me,
Right.
and I'm the
Exactly.
prize.
So,
So
I mean, it depends because if I like the dude and I'm the one that's pursuing him because I've usually been that where I'm the one like, hey, I like you,
Right.
let's go out on a date. Then I would be willing to pay for both of us. But if he's like, nah, I'm a man, I'll pay for you.
Or
and
like if you buy something, once again, I'll buy the snacks, I'll buy the food. If we, I don't know, if we go to the movies, you get the tickets, I'll buy the
My
snacks.
thing-
it's
Yeah,
just a
I'll do that.
conversation. I feel like me, especially like when I'm talking to somebody, I don't have those hard conversations. So it's like we don't establish it off rip, or so I'm just like, okay, I'm used to paying for stuff anyway, so I'm just
I'm
gonna
used to paying
swipe.
for stuff,
But
too.
if we talk on the first date, it's like, okay, what are we trying to do? Where are you trying to go? Like, how are we trying to go about this relationship, if that's even what we want? And then it's like, when we're going on dates, like, okay, you got it. If I ask him to a date, I don't mind paying.
Right.
But if you ask me, I'm not paying for you too. Like, I'm not doing that.
I think with being in a relationship for a long time, one thing that I've established that I realized that I need to do is like, hey, if I've been invited to a date, I'm like, hey, I don't got the money. I'm not going to lie to you. So you're going to have to pay for everything. And if it's like, okay, cool. Or if he's like, nah, I don't got the money, then we'll be like, all right, we'll go another time. Yeah. So that's one thing. So like having that conversation in the beginning is very important, because if you don't got the money to spend it and you forced to spend it, then you're just putting yourself in a financial situation that you didn't want to be in before because of him or her. And I don't want that to be a problem. So always establish that conversation in the beginning. Make sure you're like, hey, I ain't got no money. I could probably buy a bag of chips, but I can't do nothing else. Right. Or like, oh, instead of doing this, let's bring some chips into the movie theater so that it's better.
Right. And like what you said is very important too, because for me, my number one love language is quality time. So if you ask me out on a date, you don't have the funds, and you let me know off rip, that's fine. Let's go to the park. Let's get some stuff from Publix and have like a little picnic, or go to the beach. You know, you don't have to spend like $50, $100 on me to try to impress me, because most of the times it's not even what I want. I just want to be in your presence.
And have a good conversation.
Really just being in your presence. I think thoughtful gifts are really good too. So not really expensive gifts. Like don't like jewelry and stuff. That's cute. But if you're going to give me a jewelry that says like, what if my mom died and you got a jewelry that says my mom's name? That's thoughtful.
Right.
And, you know, customized gifts like that are a little bit more loving than regular gifts, like just buying something from the store and giving it to me. So thoughtful gifts are DIY gifts. I love DIY gifts. Those are amazing. So me and the love language thing, you know, finding out my love language through someone else, or finding it out while loving myself, is something that I'm learning. So that is something that I am expressing so that my partner knows this is what my love language is. Or maybe I thought it was this, but it's really not that. It's this. So that's one thing I'm learning. That's why I'm trying to talk, because communication is hard for me.
Why?
I think growing up in a Haitian household with a father, the father dictates everything, regardless. And he was the only man in the household. So I had a bunch of sisters and my mom. So he dictated everything. Everything ran around him. Growing up in that type of environment, I really didn't know how to say, I don't feel like going to church because I'm like on my period and I'm cramping. Can I just stay in and then I'll go later? Like stuff like that. I didn't know how to do that. Now I'm able to, I realize I have to know how to express myself, because nobody's going to know what I want until I express myself. So yes, growing up in a Haitian household is tough with the father, y'all. Like, it's tough. Having both parents is always a blessing, but you realize what the effects are after you're an adult. Like, I'm 25 now, and I feel like I have so much still to learn about how to speak to others.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, too, when it comes to communication. Like, I didn't realize till after this relationship, like, I don't know how to ask for what I want, what I need, and I just kind of assume that the other person should know what I want, and I get really mean and passive-aggressive when they don't meet my needs, never having expressed it. So my parents, when I grew up, I never really saw them argue in front of me. So I don't know how to have an argument properly. Not that I'm saying they should have been screaming or anything like that, but at least I just always assumed everything was good. So for me in relationships, why are we arguing? Everything is okay. So I like to put issues under the rug, or like not bring up stuff because it's going to become a conflict. So I'll sacrifice myself, my needs, for the sake of the relationship, not understanding that for me to be happy in a relationship, I have to express what is bothering me. Yeah, but I'm learning that.
So important.
I think for me it's the same way too, and I feel like me being single for like the time that I've been single, it's really helped me in a way where I'm like, okay, Gidna, this is what you like, this is what you want, this is what you need, and this is what you won't accept, you know? So that period has really allowed me to know more about myself, find out what my likes are and what I'll accept and not. So,
and that's why, like, I talked about last episode about dating. I think I'm not even in a space where I could date like that, to be honest. Like, there's so much that I had to unlearn, and I had to forgive myself for it too. Like, revisiting my past relationship, I was like, yo, my dad never did this kind of stuff. Why did I allow those things to happen? You know what I'm saying? So I really have to address those issues, why I put myself in that predicament, and why I won't let that happen again before even being in another relationship. But even being aware of that, I'm like, okay, that's growth.
That's right, because you can change it.
Right, yeah,
that's definitely
recognizing anything about yourself is huge, because especially without a therapist, that's so tough. I was like, when you realize some things about yourself, you're like, whoa, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going through. This is what I am. And then being able to express yourself is a little bit easier because now you understand yourself.
And you realize why. Is like a lot of times so for now when I'm feeling something, I ask myself why. So if I feel angry, why am I angry? Because you just tried me. But what about you trying me bothered me? You really have to go down to the root of the issue and you'll realize, right, that it's important. So we can't just be angry anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm angry. No, why? And being able to verbalize it properly so your partner could understand.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though, but Instagram has really helped me a lot. I follow like a lot of like the therapy pages and a lot of quotes, and they be like making me sit. Yeah, like. And okay, so that's why. All right.
I speak about this all the time. It's really one of my things to talk about, like curating your social media page. Your feed.
So that it could feed into you. Yes.
Like one thing, like on my page, I'll always share something therapeutic, something about how to make yourself better. Like every day, that's one of my goals so that people can see. And there's always one post that resonates with one of my followers. Right. So that's something I always challenge everyone. You have a social media page. Don't just use it to promote your parties. Right. Promote mental health. Promote growth and personal development, even if it's not just mental, like financial development, all these different, we have to do better. We have kids we're going to raise. We have to be better.
Yeah, it can't only be, your social media plays a huge role. But for me, I don't really, like you guys, I guess you guys look at it and use that as like a tool to help you guys out. For me, I think it's just more of my stress relief. I go on social media and I find something funny and it's like, boom, that's it. I don't know. I don't like the quotes and stuff that's on there. I think they're not half-assed, but they're like, they're not full is what I'm saying. They're not full. So I forgot.
Elaborate more.
I don't know. I don't know how to elaborate. But when I see a quote,
they don't resonate with you?
They resonate with me, but then I'm like, okay, this person is saying that, but they're not really, they're not really applying this to their life. They're just sending it out to the world. So that's just how it is. I feel like it's fake to me. I guess I haven't found like platforms for me to look into to be like, oh wow, this person's really amazing. But I feel like right now social media is fake, and whatever people put out is not really something that they're doing unless it's Twitter.
But most of the pages, like, there's no, like, you don't really get pictures of the actual person. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like quotes and quotes. So I don't know who's running the page. So there's no way that I can think that this person is not practicing what they're preaching. And I guess I don't think of it like that. Like, I don't think of the person who's posting it. Right. I'm just like, okay, this makes sense. This resonates with me. So let me save that to my collection. But
so, for example, I have a page, Culture Therapy. Follow it. I think the main goal of these pages is to educate. Right. Not necessarily. So a lot of times we think that, I know for me, it's easier for me to educate than it is to apply things to my own life, if that makes sense. Okay. So I could give you tips on how to deal with anxiety, how to deal with depression, but that doesn't negate, or it doesn't take away from the fact that what I'm posting is still meaningful just because I don't apply it to my life, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. I guess
you just have to find the right thing for you.
Yeah. I'll keep looking.
And it's a journey too.
Yeah. Right now it's just funny. It's fun things, and it's a way to promote. What I do with my social media is well, you know how you say you're a public figure. That's how I do it. I'm kind of like a public figure. Mm-hmm. So the things that I do in my life, I post it on there so I can get support, and other people look at it and they see all the things that I'm doing through my social media, and they can either resonate or be like, dang, I could do 3-5 things at once and still be good. So that's what I do. So because I get a lot of responses on the things that I do. They're like, oh, you're a CNA, and you're also in a pageant. Oh, and you're applying for this. That's cool. How can you do all that? So that's what my page is about.
That's good. That's really good. And, like, we don't realize how much time we have on our hands. Like,
you make
sometimes you're surfing the web for, like, 3 hours. That could have been 3 hours you invested in yourself, learning something, you know? Yeah. So people like to make excuses, but it's good that they're using you as a way of, like, motivation. So
yeah, that's cool. I mean, I ain't God, but
just a juice God.
Past tense. Y'all trying to give me rope. Past tense juice God. I could teach y'all how to be juice God. It's very easy.
Teach us, please.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's what. Yeah, because
switch
now
topics.
In my singleness, I just talked about how I'm going to use this time to grow, blah, blah. No, we're tired.
Okay.
I know what I want.
Exactly. So we're women now. We're 25. You know what you want. So you have to go for it.
Okay,
So
tell me more.
everybody's like, oh, I'm waiting for that right person. I'm waiting for that right person. But okay, sometimes God put that right person in your life and you're not using that person.
Oh.
So you got to reach out to it. You got to be the one to be the first person to text and be like, hey, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
Can I be your friend? Or let's go on a date, you know? And then from there, if he likes you, if he continues to like you, you know, or, you know, and then that's just that. You got to reach out. A lot of people are scared to reach out to the person that they think might be a good person for them. At the end of the day, women are the ones who actually pick their significant others. Like, scientifically proven. Mm-hmm. You think you're not, but you really are. So...
Well, I'll interject a little bit here.
Go ahead.
With me,
We had this conversation.
Yeah, personally, I feel like men are the ones who make the biggest choices. They have to choose to propose. They have to choose to ask the girl out on a date. They really are the ones making the decisions. The girls accept it. The women accept it.
Okay, so if they didn't accept it, what would be the outcome?
I think.
But if I don't ask the question, then you're never going to have a chance to accept.
Okay.
So for me, in my relationships, I'm the person who asks those questions and takes it to the next level. For me, I think that's what men's role is to do those things. To make that,
I think that's society's.
And me personally, I don't think a woman should text first. Me
that's
personally.
crazy. Because texting first works really well.
But
I don't know.
I agree with Jesse because I listen to a lot of Steve Harvey and I watch his shows and whatnot. The guy is supposed to hunt. You know,
Steve Harvey old. You know that, right?
but still,
wisdom is wisdom.
He has wisdom, but Steve Harvey is preaching about things that he did in the 1900s. Not that it's that old, but you know what I'm saying?
The man is 61, okay?
But that's what I'm saying. So back then, men used to go out there and really chase for the women that they really want to be married to. But nowadays,
I think it's certain things. Certain things change. Like women working more, they have a little bit more money, they can do whatever they want to. They're independent a little bit more nowadays. But at the same time, like I still think women are the ones who should be chased.
Okay,
I agree. I still want to be pursued by the guy.
I think once you start, the thing is, if you like a guy and you start down first ignition, what's that?
The spark?
Okay,
yeah,
the spark.
boom, yeah.
Ignition.
Got you, baby.
Oh, how cute.
Once you start
Sandwiches. Oh, yeah.
Once you start that first spark, there's a little light in his ear. I don't know, these little
I think what you're saying, that you should be available. Women should be available to be chased, and that's kind of
let it be known that you're interested in the person.
Yes.
Okay, so
and
I agree.
Letting a person know sometimes have to be like, hey, can we go out?
I'm not gonna lie, I've done a lot of things, but I don't know if I would ask first a guy to go on a date.
Maybe not go.
I'd be like, hey, I'm free.
Right.
I like the movies.
Right.
Look what just came out, 8 p.m. by us.
Okay,
right.
yes, something like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Something like that.
But you're still like putting
initiating.
Yeah, no. Like
but he's gonna ask me.
She's not chasing him though. She's just hinting that.
This is my availability.
So what's the problem? Okay, let me ask you.
It's not a problem.
It's not a
what's
problem.
the problem with chasing a man? Tell me that.
There's no problem.
I think it's a problem.
No,
Okay,
I need
well,
someone to tell me what's the problem.
I think it's a problem.
It starts a relationship off with that dynamic.
Yes.
Like, and from there, it's only going to get worse. And
worse how?
For men,
that's what I'm saying. Worse how?
Men have to, like women, y'all already have like
you can't make
5
it too
steps down the
easy.
line. Like, you already have everything planned out. Men, they're one step at a time. You know what I'm saying? So men have to make a choice like at every step. For me, that's
you
how I see
can't
it.
make it too easy. Like I tell you guys, according to Steve Harvey,
I don't listen or care for Steve Harvey.
I listen and care.
Well, what does Steve Harvey say? Tell us.
I know, but I'm just saying, as far as the hunt and all that, I'm not as like traditional when it comes to that. But I don't know. I would never ask a guy on a date.
Let's go around the room. So what's your ideal like starting a relationship? How does it start?
Okay, so if I'm interested, let's say I'm interested, how I would chase a guy.
Okay.
The liking your pictures, the little eye emojis under your Instagram story. Hey, you watch this show too? Me too? Ah, ha, 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 ha. What's your favorite episode? Mine too. Oh, and then if I want to give him my number, hey, if we're talking on IG, I don't really be seeing my IG DMs text me. I would do that. I'll give you my number like that.
I've done that.
I will do that. And then we'll talk. You know, when you guys talk all the time, you can start calling me, things like that. And then, like I said, I would say, hey, look, I like going to the movies. I like going to sushi. Hey, I'm free Saturday. Like, I wouldn't say it like that, but I'll give hints. You know, oh, I don't work weekends. I don't have any plans for this weekend. I'm bored. Or today, I'm free. I'm bored. Oh, and then that's your hint to step up. Oh, you want to go? Okay, cool. We're going out now. That's how I would do mine.
Do y'all see any differences like that y'all would do?
I think it's the same thing as with hunting.
But that's not my hunt.
But like, no, not you hunting, but like from there, the man is gonna hunt you and be like,
correct.
Okay, let's go here.
Right.
So it's still the same thing.
So
pursue. Let's say pursue, not hunt. Let's say pursue.
I like animalistic.
Yeah.
Right. I like that.
Because that's
I guess we're all saying the same thing. We thought that you
I thought you'd be like, hey, you're cute. Yeah. Tuesday night. Movies. Boom. Bring the snacks.
More so like bring you see dick. A dude, you like,
hello.
That works too. If you tell him bring dick, might bring dick.
No, I don't. That I am not ready for.
Bring dick?
Bring dick.
D-I-C-K.
He like, can y'all tell me how to?
Where was he supposed to leave it?
At home.
How, swear? I'm confused.
You know.
Leave dick at home.
Leave the dick at home.
Right. This is not what we're doing tonight. Leave it.
Leave it at home.
Leave it.
Hey, that's a new hashtag. Leave the dick at home.
That should be the episode. Leave the dick at home.
Leave the dick at home.
Don't bring that shit around.
Hey, that's the name of this episode.
Leave the dick at home.
Oh gosh, don't have it swinging. Wow.
Yeah, what was the question?
We don't remember, but
the art of pursuing a woman, I guess. How would you guys like to be pursued?
I mean, I think Cassie already answered it for all of us.
It.
Have you guys ever like chased a guy?
Yes, I had to chase this nigga right here.
Tell us more.
Ooh, tell us more.
Like, although he keeps saying, oh, I pursued you. I definitely had to do a little chasing. I had to be like, you, and his friend told me to do the same thing. His friend was like, you need to give him an ultimatum. And I was like, are you sure? He's like, yes, because niggas are not going to listen unless you give him an ultimatum. Steve Harvey says that too.
So that was about like 2 years after
whatever. Now he's saying 2 years after because he was playing. So I was like, okay,
what was the ultimatum?
It was like, hey,
we can't keep doing what we're doing if we're not together.
Y'all was in this for 2 years for that title?
No, we weren't.
Something like that.
The thing, we weren't really doing anything in 2 years.
Yes, babe, whatever you say. You're right.
You guys are telling two different stories.
Right.
Because his story is completely different. No, he really thinks that, like, I fell into his arms and stuff, but really, I was, like, chasing him low-key.
So I realized he was cool. Like, you were chasing him.
Yeah, there was a point where I was like, okay, this dude is playing with me. Let me give him an ultimatum. Hey, it's either you want me or you don't.
And this was 2 years later.
That's not chasing, though.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
That's a choice.
No.
No, chasing is like you inviting me out places. You showing up, like, bringing me food or something like that.
Always being available.
Yeah, like, that's not chasing.
I think chasing is when I have to give an ultimatum too.
Oh, no. Because that's past the chase. If you're at a point where you have to give an ultimatum, that's past chasing.
I don't know. I feel like it's
according
a part of chasing.
to Uncle Steve.
Like, you know, oh my gosh.
He says a woman after like 3 months, you have every right to know where the relationship is going. So I don't think that's chasing. That's just you knowing or wanting to know the status of y'all relationship.
I think it's chasing because I had other connoisseurs, so I wanted to connoisseurs. I had other
suitors.
I thought it was connoisseurs. I've been saying that for a minute. Connoisseurs.
Go ahead.
So I think it's chasing because I had other people that were interested in me, so I had to give him an ultimatum to see what it was, so I could cancel him out of amongst the other people.
Take him out the lineup.
So I think it's still chasing. Okay, if we relate it to lions and zebras.
You got two choices, zebra. Do you want me to eat you or do you want me to go?
That's what I'm saying. So,
no, that's not a chase.
That's not a chase.
That's a chase.
All.
It's not a chase.
I got you in my teeth. Am I going to continue or let you go?
Right, that's not a chase.
I guess.
Anytime you give an ultimatum, that's way past chasing. Y'all's comfortable.
I had you in the bag. Like, come on. It was done at that point.
He had me in the bag, but he ain't want me until I gave him the ultimatum.
Okay.
That's okay.
For me, I already knew
that.
what was going on. I already knew, like, you were going to be with me. Like, I already knew this before it happened. I already knew it.
You didn't
so why did you let her give you an ultimatum before making it official? Why did she
that's a very good question.
Good question.
I choose not to answer that. Let's keep going. Let's keep
really?
going.
Okay,
No,
I'll
but
ask you that for real.
Yeah, maybe
what was the reason why I didn't make it official?
Cassie a therapist, y'all. She's a relationship therapist.
I think with making something official is more responsibilities. It was
okay.
It's just kind of. I wasn't ready. That's really it. Yeah. Just I wasn't ready.
And that's a good answer. But when she said you got two choices, Joe, either you.
Pub.
Now you was ready.
Is it me? Oh, these hoes. I won, so that's okay.
That's
Congratulations.
Oh, that's another. Take a shot every time getting us. Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's the third time she said it.
All right, y'all should be on shot.
I love love, guys.
I do too. I love successful, healthy love.
Boss quote of the day.
We love successful.
Wait, love was just a word until you came along.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Gay. Remember that thing?
How cute is that?
Gay.
Yeah. Wow. Did you guys hear the quote?
We heard it.
We definitely
heard it.
This is the conclusion of this episode. Keep your dick at home.
Leave your dick
at
home.
Leave your dick at home.
Oh, leave your dick at home.
At their house.
At the
Le casa.
And don't forget to follow us at Good Intentions Pod on IG and me at QueenCast_X3S Pod. And they can follow you at GiddyLoveJ1.
Oh, look at you. It. That was cute.
I know what I do.
And Jessie at Just Too Right.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. You do love me. Okay, I feel loved.
My turn.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you guys were gonna do mine.
Oh, yeah.
Masterpiece with a 5.
And also follow her professional page at Etta_Art.
Okay. Yes. But the masterpiece is peace, like peace, love, and happiness.
Yeah, P-E-S-C-A.
Yeah.
P-E-A-C-E.
Yes, it is. It's masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
My long name.
Yeah, we know that.
Nice.
Do you know that? Not know that?
It's crazy. MA5 TRPEACE.
Where can they find the tickets for the pageant?
Oh yeah, good question.
Same link in my bio. MA5 TRPEACE. Masterpiece. Love and happiness. Yeah. The link is in the bio.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget
you
to
can also
purchase some Skylar Crown Oil at Skylar Crown Oil on IG. All right, bye. Toodles.